Okay, we're going to look at Noah's butterfly. Good start. Good dolphin kick. Probably only need to do about 3 or 4 dolphin kicks. You also don't want to lose momentum. As you come up, you want to make sure that I'm bringing those arms around and getting going. As you can see, this is how your recovery has been. And at the beginning of the week, this is when this was filmed. And right now, this is what we talked about a lot, which was if my recovery is more of an up and over recovery and a lot from the shoulders, my hips and my legs are going to be dragging. And as I get into a longer stroke in terms of a 200 fly, I'm going to have to work a lot harder. You do a really good job, I think, here of kind of fixing that a little bit in terms of just bringing the arms around to the side. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the hands to be out, and then as they reach out forward, I'm going to turn the hands down. But the one thing that you can add to this is getting a lot more hip movement and using more of the hip and not so much of the knee. If you use the knee in the kick, you can see the kick goes down underwater. And now my arms are going to have to do all the work. Remember, when you go to breathe, you just want to kind of push the chin forward. You want to have the chin barely on top of the surface. And it's just an easy up and down move. It's not. It's just a slight angle that you use on that breath. You can kind of see there. I'm kind of bending a little bit too far back with the head, and now the lower body is more underwater, and now my arms are having to do that up and over kind of recovery. And you can see after you do that type of recovery, you kind of go down in the water, and now I got to come all the way back up. But when I'm coming up, I'm not moving forward. I'm moving more up. So my stroke becomes more of an up and down and then forward stroke. I think the key is the head position, and you made a good adjustment on that this week, and I would encourage you to keep working on that. There is a good position of head in line with the body, looking out of the tops of the eyes, and just keep working on that in the timing, and I think you're going to see a great improvement. But you've done a great job, and keep up the good work. Okay, we got Noah's butterfly underwater. Good solid streamline. Watch how deep you are off the start. One thing that you worked on pretty well this week was the hips, and you can kind of see there you're using more of a hip-driven kick, not as much from the knee. You want to make sure that you're thinking about the kick being more, like I talked about with the rope, that the hip is kind of making it would act as the wrist, and it would be creating more of the S motion with the legs. The other thing is you want to really use those hips. You can kind of see how they're kind of the legs are kind of dragging a little bit. One thing is too, you can see the head there. The head's really kind of low, and the chin is kind of in next to the neck. What that's creating is it's not keeping more towards the surface. It's kind of making those hips drop a little bit more. I think you've worked on that really well. And talking this week about the ski jump mentality in terms of keeping that head in line with the body, in line with the spine, and that's going to help propel us more forward. You can see how high you're bringing the head up to breathe. You want to just push that chin forward and up just a little bit above the water line. And again, you want to just bring the arms around to the side. Don't put so much pressure on the shoulders. But great improvement this week. Keep up the good work.